Today I am teaching you SQL create index statement. The create index statement is used to create indexes in table. So what is indexes? Indexes are basically used to retrieve data from the database more quickly than others. The user cannot see the indexes, they are just used to speed up searches or query. Indexes are specially applied in those cases where the data size, or we can say the number of record or rows inside a table, increases somewhat above million and billion. So that's why it have a significant negative impact on the speed or efficiency of the query. So when we execute a query for the table where the size of data is too much, the retrieval speed of that query is quite time consuming. So that's why we put index on the particular column of the table. Now the question is which column to be selected for indexing. So we can select any column, there is no restriction, but the better option is to select those attributes which are prime attributes. What are prime attributes? Prime attributes are basically attributes of the candidate key or super key. So that prime attributes basically identify other attributes, so through which the searching is easier, or we can say maximum of the selection statement is based on the prime attributes. But there is one thing that you should remember, that we cannot put index or indexing on the primary key column, because it already have inside some options that increase the efficiency or increase the speed. So apart from the primary key, you can select any prime attribute. You can exercise it, you can practice it by putting a huge number of data in table. First you compare the efficiency of the query, select query without primary key and primary key. So with primary key, it already well increase the speed and improve the efficiency. But this is not enough, primary key is not enough, and gradually when the data size increases, so again there is impact on the efficiency. So we must have to put the constraint, the index on the particular column. So let's see how to create index. We first select the tables. So for example, we have a customer table, describe customer. We have already created this table customer. The attributes, the columns are customer ID, name, contact and address, and there is a primary key on the customer ID column. So first check either we can take we can create index on the customer ID or not. So how to create? This is the statement. We will write create index, just like we create table, create view. So we will write create index and that index name. For example, index cust, and on which table we will write the table name, and which column, customer ID. Such column list already indexed. This means the primary key have the ability of indexing already. But apart from primary key, we now create or on index, special index. So we take another attribute. For example, we take name, because name can be the prime attribute. So most of the selection is also based on the name. So let's see, index is now created. So this is the index creation. Now how to drop? For example, if we want to drop, so we will write drop index custom. So here we don't need to write alter table customer drop. We will just write drop and index name. So in one table we can take more than one indexes. Suppose we write create index A on customer and name, and we also write index B on the contact index creating. So that is the advantage of creating index. In small, if we have table with a few rows, or even in the rows are in hundred or thousands, so the effect of indexes cannot be noted, or we can say that indexing does not have so much significant impact on the speed, or we cannot analyze it on the small table size. But when the data size is in million or in billion, so when we select when we write a select query, so it must take some time, so it have a negative impact on the speed. So that was all about the indexing. Hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much. Thank